Welcome to Midnight Whispers Stories. Turn off the lights and never look behind you. I've worked the night shift long enough to know when something feels off. People think being a janitor is just a lot of mopping and emptying trash. At 2 a.m., it's another world. The place gets weird. Elevators stop where they shouldn't. The vents make strange noises. Sometimes after everyone leaves, the building settles in a way that sounds almost like breathing. Name's Marcus. For 3 years now, I've been cleaning this 12-story office building downtown, right in Seattle. Most nights, nothing happens. It's almost always boring. But that other 1%, that's what keeps me up. That night on the second floor, every office should have been empty after 6. I'd just finished the conference rooms and was heading for the stairs when something caught my eye. A soft glow at the end of the hallway. Office 213. I stopped. The light wasn't from the ceiling fixtures. It was just a desk lamp, shining through the frosted glass next to the door. I remember frowning at that. That office has been locked up the whole time I've worked there. The company left years ago. Management always told us not to bother. Nobody ever goes in. The door's always locked, always dusty. I must have passed it 1,000 times and never seen a thing. But this time, a light. So I pushed my cart closer. "Hello?" I called. Nothing. Not a sound. Just the quiet electrical hum from the lamp. I tried the handle. An old habit. Still locked. I lingered, telling myself maybe maintenance had finally gone in. Then I noticed the dust around the lock. Smooth. Untouched. No fingerprints. No new scuffs. Nobody had used the door. So why was the light on? I remembered the master key in the maintenance closet downstairs. You're not supposed to use it unless you ask, technically. But I went and grabbed it anyway. 5 minutes later, I was back. Key slid in easy. The click seemed to echo forever. The room smelled wrong. Not moldy or rotten, just stale. Like you'd opened a trunk after years. Dust everywhere except one desk. The lamp cast a little circle of light onto a keyboard. Right next to it, a computer monitor. Powered on. Already logged in. The place was empty. No coffee mugs. No jackets. No sign anyone had actually been there. Just the steady hum of the computer. I stepped closer, figuring it would be security camera feeds from our building. 4 camera grids. A lobby, a hallway, an elevator, a parking garage. But something was off. Those weren't our floors. Our lobby doesn't have black and white tiles. Our elevators aren't stainless steel. Our garage only has 1 entrance, not 2. So, whose building was I looking at? I squinted, leaning closer. Then a 5th feed appeared. It showed the entrance to an apartment building. The brick arch over the door gave me this weird feeling. I knew that entrance. It was familiar, even though I tried telling myself all those old brick buildings look alike. But I couldn't look away. I pulled up a chair and sat down, staring at the monitor. The footage was grainy but clear enough. I recognized the busted mailbox, the dead plant by the door that the landlord kept promising to toss, the concrete steps, all cracked and patched. My chest tightened. It was my building. I leaned in, maybe 6 inches from the screen now. The camera cycled. Lobby, hallway, basement laundry. Then 3rd floor hallway. My floor. Now, I could barely breathe. Apartment 307, my place. The hallway was empty. The timestamp said 2:09 a.m. I checked my watch. 2:09. That was me, still at work. I gave a shaky laugh, half delirious. Maybe it was all a glitch, a prank someone was playing. Had to be, right? I reached for the mouse. Nothing. Mouse didn't work. Keyboard didn't either. The only thing I could do was watch. Next, the camera switched to the lobby. I saw Mr. Alvarez from 102 come in with groceries. I knew him. He always bought late-night groceries for the discounts. I'd helped him carry bags. He took the elevator. Camera changed again. 3rd floor. Empty hallway. 2:10. I held my breath. 1 minute stumbled by. The fluorescent lights flickered and then stilled. I watched because I had to. You stop making sense of things when the world breaks a little. You just look for the next thing. 3:41. A woman carried laundry past, the neighbor across the hall. She vanished. 3:42. Still empty. The world got quiet. I only heard the distant building noises, vents, pipes. All I could really hear was my own heartbeat. 3:45. Nothing at first. Then, my apartment door creaked open. Someone stepped out. Gray hoodie. My hoodie. Faded jeans. Mine. The same limp. Same height. Same build. Same everything. He paused. Looked right at the hallway camera. Me. He wasn't confused at all. He locked my place, slipped something into his pocket, and started for the stairwell. He stopped halfway, then turned slowly to the camera. He smiled. Not a friendly look. It was smug, like he knew something I didn't. He raised a finger, pointed at the screen, and mouthed 4 words I somehow heard in my head. You're already too late. After that, everything's a blur. Somehow, I was suddenly running down those stairs, out of the office, and into the cold. Phone said 3:45. I was 6 blocks from home. It felt like the longest stretch I've ever run. My mind raced with questions. Who did I just see? Why did he look exactly like me? Why too late? I finally reached my building, lungs on fire. The door was unlocked. That never happened. I rushed upstairs to the 3rd floor. Empty, just like I'd seen. Apartment 307. My hands shook. I nearly dropped my keys. The door wasn't locked. It swung open at my touch. Hello? Nothing. I stepped in. Everything seemed normal. The coffee mug in the sink, my jacket by the door, TV off. For a moment, I thought maybe I'd made it all up. Then I saw a photograph on my kitchen table. I'd never seen it before. Old, edges yellowed. A boy around 8, standing between a man and woman, both smiling. The kid was me. At least I thought so. On the back, in faded pencil, Marcus. Summer of 2004. Last family photo. My stomach twisted. Last family photo. My parents are alive. We just talked 3 days ago. I grabbed my phone, called my mom. The call failed. Not a dropped call. Her contact just disappeared. So did my dad's, my sister. All the numbers connected to my family, gone one by one. I opened my photos. Birthdays, Christmases, graduations, all gone. Blank gray blocks where the pictures used to be. I felt the air go thin in my lungs. No, I said it again and again. Then I heard footsteps behind me. I spun. Nobody there. Just my bedroom door, half open. On my bed, there was a cardboard storage box. I recognized it. I'd kept that thing for years in the closet, but never opened it. Didn't even know I'd put it in my room. Inside, newspaper clippings. Missing child. 8-year-old Marcus Bennett, still not found. My hands tingled, then went numb. The date, 22 years ago. Another article. Parents hold memorial service. Despite no body found. Another. Case officially closed. Black and white photographs. My parents from the family photo, older now, standing beside a gravestone. My gravestone. The dates matched, 22 years ago. A memory hit, slippery and half gone. I heard a river. Rain. Someone screaming my name. Then nothing. No rescue. No walk home. Just nothing. Everything I remembered. This life, this routine, being a lonely janitor with a family to call. All of it was a wish. A bubble I'd built. Every late night shift, every phone call, every birthday. A version of me that got to keep going, even if the real one never made it home. That computer didn't show me another world. It broke the illusion wide open. I stared at my apartment. The colors started to drain away, the edges going blurry, like a photo left too long in the sun. I wasn't scared anymore. This was familiar. I closed my eyes and, for the first time, really remembered my mother's face. The one wet with tears on the riverbank, not the one I'd imagined. I wished I could tell her she wasn't alone. I wasn't either. I'd lived a whole lifetime in a single memory. When I opened my eyes, the apartment and everything else was gone. If this story kept you up tonight, you know where to find us. Midnight Whisper Stories. New story every week. Subscribe, if you dare.